I've speedrun, well, quite many years now, before I did it on my channel here. But as usual, most of you probably know me through my daily logical speedruns, or maybe you were even a long-time viewer from back in 2021. But you know, I've grown most of my fanbase from that, so... Some time ago, I talked about my logical journey, which, as I said, started in 2021, and I've had some poorly received takes on how I feel about the game. There's probably one video most of you know me from, and it is my update rant, where I talked about how the game changed by quite a lot, actually. But, as usual, that is not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm actually here to talk about how speedrunning ended up changing how I feel about everything. Especially about gaming. But a lot of games that I nowadays pick up, I just struggle with to enjoy casually. After many years of speedrunning, even before I start recording them. It's kind of ruined my mentality on how I see games and how I enjoy them. It's a weird situation to be in, because I really feel like I need to get through the games fast to get enjoyment out of them, which, for obviously first playthrough, it's not the best thing to do. But I've kinda locked my brain into this weird situation and feeling of lost. If I don't play in a certain way, I don't really get fun out of it, and I wish to maybe eventually break that block in my own mind, so I could actually get back into the more peaceful side of just enjoying games on their own. As usual, I've tried to do a few things differently so I could help myself, which most of them rely on me trying to start slow, but it just, in the end, just speeds up. Even though I'm trying my best not to, I've tried to force my brain to work slower, yet I just can't do it. It feels like it's almost rotted to the core, and I need speed and fast gameplay to get any enjoyment out of what I'm doing. It doesn't really matter if it's for a video or if I'm just playing alone. But recording does go a bit differently for me, because it's somehow slightly easier to slow down. Especially because I swapped my content to just me talking, and I would genuinely like for the viewer to get the best listening experience more than anything else. It's usually just things to play in the background, so I would like to take things slower, which is why most of them are usually hours long. Just me sitting down, talking and playing my game. But I can always just have that little feeling in the back of my head telling me and trying to force me to go faster, even on recording, and it's at the same time like my mind and body are doing a fight between each other, where my body wants me to relax and my mind wants me to get things out of the way. It's a weird thing to say, definitely, but it's weird. As usual, the other one mostly just wanting, as I said, a nice casual experience, which is my body. Meanwhile, my own head, practically the devil on my own shoulder, is just wanting to rip out the enjoyment out of me and not be able to relax. At least, as far as I know, based on my own searches, which I did yesterday just for a little bit to get this small script going. People have said that in some ways speedrunning has actually affected their view for games, especially if it's the same game that they're playing over and over again. Maybe not for games overall, which is my situation, but there's one thing that people do share common with me, and it's that games get stale way faster since you're actively just repeating the same over and over again. which is what happened with Ultra Kill. I played that game 200 days straight in a way to get myself to do something instead of just laying in bed while I'm actively jobless and depressed on a daily basis. But in return, my own ideas started hurting my own head, and I kinda realized that after like 100 days passed of just me waking up and recording. And I was starting to wonder how I even got here, and how I should go forward with the series that I started as an idea to better myself, which just in return somehow made it worse. I felt stuck and afraid of what happened to my channel if I stopped uploading Ultra Kill. I started overthinking about everything, and how it'll affect my channel, and how it'll affect me, my daily life. But here I am, officially still alive, swapped my content to something that I just find more enjoyable, which is me just taking time out of my day to record and do a talking session more than anything else I've always genuinely wanted to do. But there's still something that's always been in the back of my head, and I've always wondered how I could break through the speedrunner mentality now that I don't really do it anymore. Maybe eventually, over time, I'll find a way to do that. Who knows? Even I don't.